Okay, now we've just finished working in the Studio Center. Now we're going to go to another optional layout in the versions file. We're going to talk about tracking. If this is something that you'd like to keep, you click the track button at the top where it says tracks, and this gives you a layout so you can keep track real quickly of the tracks you lay down, whether it be on your DAW, your audio workstation, or on a multi-track tape, etc. I'm going to show you how to do this. Basically, you put your information in here. As you go through takes, it's say take 4 was the keeper, so you can keep track of that. Here's a description, and this will show up on your profile report. So you could put this song, this version is a duet, or whatever you want to say. Then you have library reference number, multi-master number. You can change this too. This could be a digital multi-track, analog multi-track, hard disk multi-track, whatever works. You can also edit this. Your time code, if it's applicable. Our engineer is John R, for example. We're composing, we're rewriting, we're sweetening, for example. All right, and the mix master number, put that in. Now, you can put the producer in here, Twyla. Let's say Twyla Fabulous. And for each track now, let's say you're doing 32 tracks or you're doing 16, whatever, just fill in the ones you need. It's real easy. So let's just say we're going to put a kick, snare, a hi-hat, overhead left and right for your drums. Now, if you don't do this kind of tracking and you don't have a studio, you could skip this tutorial and move on to the next. This is if you have a recording studio or if you want to log your data for recording your demos or masters. So yeah, otherwise you can move on. So we'll just put toms. Let's put toms 1, 2, and 3. Or yeah, might as well do it right. Give you an idea. That should be toms 2. All right. And let's say this will be a keyboard, acoustic piano left and right. And then here we're going to do acoustic guitar, electric guitar, SFX guitar, and a lead vocal. Vocal 2, that'll be, let's say backgrounds. Backgrounds 1, 2, and 3. And that should give us enough to give us a basic track. Oh, we need a bass. We didn't put a bass in. Electric bass. And let's say we're going to sweeten down here with strings. And a cello. Just to make it interesting. Violas. This will give you an idea how quickly you can enter this. Now we can track the microphones for each one or special effects that you may put on it. Now I don't have a lot of mics here, but you get an idea. Let's say we put a Sennheiser 441 on the kick. We'll take the snare, we'll put a 57 on it. A hi-hat, we'll use a 451. Overheads, do we have a stereo mic in here? I don't think so. Anyway, we'll just use two 451s. Or 414 would be nice too, wouldn't it? Let's use our two 414s. Toms would be 421s. Sennheisers. So you can see how quickly you can fill all this in and then print out a track sheet. If you're old school especially and you want it to go into the tape box, if you have analog, or if you just want to keep tracks somewhere so you can print this out. This is all optional, but it gives you that ability to do that. Choose a couple, maybe a couple Neumanns. And what are we doing here? Acoustic guitar. Right, 451 would be nice. Electric guitar, 421 on the amp. And same with this. Lead vocal. See, we don't have a lot of choices. Let's use a Neumann on the vocal. 414 and Neumann, etc. But you can see, because these pop-up menus, it makes it really fast. Now, mic, de-esser. Okay, direct. We're going into direct. Now we could choose amp too. Now, that's our tracking. You can rate your tracks based on how good you think the tracks are. Let's see. Boom, boom, as you put them down. And then, of course, you'll keep your favorite take. You'll log that. But this is just if you want to keep track of your ratings. Strings, we'll use the Neumann. Cello. We could use the 441 for the cello. And the viola. Whatever. Okay. There you go. So there's your tracking sheet. Now, if you want to print it out, it's so easy. All you do is go up to click the print icon that takes you to reports, and it's right here, the track sheet. Click it and just type in the name. We know it's John Doe. We know it's Doe, my heart. So we can just hit that much. And there it is. It found it. And here's all the other information. And click continue and print. And the only thing I didn't do, and then when you're done, just click done and then go back to tracks. I forgot to enter into here, but you could enter anything you want about the kick. For example, I think Belinda did the vocal on this. Vocal. Loves take 3 and 4. Her number is 818 555 3245. For example, so you can keep track and go, who is that girl that sang on My Heart Belongs to You? And you can look it up really quick, and it's her phone number's right in there. It's easy to find again if you have a string player or something. You can keep track of that data, come back 6-10 years later, and it's right there. Give them a call. It's just very helpful to have things in a database like this. So if you use a studio and you find that helpful, now you may do this right in your DAW, but this is an alternate way that you could track your data and have it all in Songtracker. And anytime you want, you just go and click it, print it, just type DOE, DOE, and then notice all that information of the phone number and all is in there. Jeff. Now, it's only going to show a certain amount, but you will be able to see who did the vocal or whatever notes there, and then you can always go back into the actual file and find her phone number. Click done, go to tracks, and just click in there and then scroll down, and there's the phone number. So you could also do a find for that if you wanted. I mean, it's just there's so many things you could do. You could do a find for Belinda, all the songs she sang on, and it'll bring it up. There it is. And you go, okay, here's her phone number. Done. Okay, that's it for the tracking sheet. I hope that's helpful to you. All right.